Good morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. I'm sorry, I have no life in me right about now. I really don't. Because I've been asleep off and on since about 3:55 this morning. And I feel like, wow. When I say I feel like I am in a fog, I am. I mean it. Because I am, well, we all know I love sleep, okay? I never hide that. But this morning, as I was laying in my bed trying to go back to sleep, good morning, sis. The title for this video popped into my head, okay? It literally just into my head. And I knew that it was going to follow some BS. I knew it. I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it. So, here we are. We're doing this. I am so sick and tired. Now for me to start my day with this, I really didn't. But it was just on my person and on my mind to do this. Okay? So here we are. I am so sick and tired of jealous people. I'm sick and tired of envious people. I'm sick of spineless people. I'm sick of all of it. Because you are insecure. You let your insecurities show, which attach to your jealousy, your weakness, your anything that you could possibly have because of another person. Damn, I did not mean to do that. Shit. All right. So we're just going to go down the damn list and shit. We have insecure, jealous, controlling, one-sided, ignorant, childlike. All of those things, if that is you, or if that is somebody that you know, I need you to tell them, locate some confidence. Be secure within yourself. That's it. But I see that for a lot of people, it is not a possibility. I see for a lot of people locating. Look, sis, do you really want me to put that in this video? Do you really want me to put that in this video? Because I will. No, actually, no, I won't. No, because that is something that affects children, and I can't put that in this video. So, I can't put that in this video. I won't. And I know you understand this and you respect this, but there are some things I will not discuss on this channel, which is things that affect children. I will not discuss children, and I will not discuss death. I cannot and I will not. But I will talk about the adults that have children. Sis, go to sleep. Okay, just go all the way to sleep. Damn it, just go to sleep. Shit. But there are things about insecure people that make the strong, the secure, pull away. I know, sis, but I'm gonna need you to put your head all the way to your neck in that computer. I know it's hard. I know it's hard because I struggled with it yesterday. Okay, but I need you to find your confidence, find your strength, find your ability to locate common sense. Now I know those two words, people don't have them. I'm sorry. You don't have enough common sense to locate your strength, your confidence, your self-worth. So you take out everything that you're dealing with, you're going through, and you project it onto other people because you don't have what you need within you. And it makes people, number one, look at you sideways. Number two, give them the ability to walk all over you. Now, since you do not possess the common sense and the proper way to locate your strength, self-worth, and confidence, you want to portray yourself as an adult. But mentally, you're a child. Because you want to say, okay, well, this person is with me. I'm with that person. So this person is mine and mine alone. You can't have it that way. You just simply cannot. People are not our possessions. People are going to be people, whether it's with you, whether it's friends, family, their children. Excuse me. But you cannot control anyone. People are not possessions. It's like this mouse. It's a possession. Okay? My friends and my family, they're people. People. I cannot say, oh, you're mine and mine alone. Because there's something going on with me. There's something going on between my brain and my emotions that says, no, you can't do that. That's not okay. You're mine. No, no. It's not right. It's not healthy. So I really need people to dig deep down and find that little child that's still dwelling within them, and it really explain to that child within that it's okay to care about someone. It is okay to love someone. It is okay to treat them as an individual human being. It is okay not to try and rule them. Now, prime example. Back in the century where royalty ruled a country, they still did not control people. People allowed themselves to be controlled out of fear of upsetting the king or queen. It's real. Now, after the king and or queen's rule, it was their reign, because it was no longer being controlled by royalty. They themselves had rules to follow. So just because they were sitting on that throne does not mean it was their rule. It was their reign. Rule and reign. Rule and reign. Reign and rule. Two different things. Just because you are there does not mean you control. That's exactly what it is. And what a lot of people do not comprehend is the fact that people were born individuals. Going back to the beginning of time, I doubt it, sis. I doubt it. Because you are cut from a different cloth. And I'm glad you said that, which leads me into this. Just because oh, I need to take a minute because of the text I just received. Mm-hmm. Now don't mind me, because there's a wall right there. As you can see, the wall goes that way. So I need to take a minute. Ooh. I'm back. Now, says, exactly, which I'm about to touch on that. Okay, we gonna touch on that. Okay, we gonna touch on that. I just can't get that text out of my head. I can't. I mean, it's now embedded into my memory, and now I'm upset because I'm offended. Anyway, we are cut. Certain people are cut from a different cloth. Just because something happened to us as a child or as a young adult, that does not mean we're not going to carry that into our adult life. There are different paths that we all can take. And I know it's like, huh? Say, for instance, there was You had two parents in the household. One parent decided to up and leave one day and said, nope, I'm teleporting out. You can have it. So that means you have one parent left in the household. You grow up knowing this. You grow up seeing this. But that doesn't mean that you're going to turn into an adult and do the exact same thing that you watched. Because if I did that, I wouldn't have balance. Just because my mother's helpmate to create me had no spine. I mean, just none. And was controlled by fear. So, to you, now since I grew up with my mom and my grandmother, I had that balance because I know how to love, but I also know how to be strong. I know how to be firm, but yet I also know how to let go. And it's always been said, if you love something so much and it's not working, let it go. And if it comes back to you, it's meant to be. So, there are certain people that are so afraid, so scared to let something go. And when I say something, I mean someone. They are so scared to let that person go, whether it's because of something going on inside of them, what was done to them as a child, or they know they won't be able to get anyone that can take that person's place or that will treat them the same way. I was in a relationship for 10 years. And for 4 of those years, I was single. Okay? Even though I didn't act it, I knew it. Was I offended? Maybe the first 3 days, maybe a week. But I let it go. I let the relationship go. And when it came back, I was like, But I accepted it. Lord, ain't nothing like some hot coffee in the morning. Just the right amount of sweetness. Anyway, damn it. But now I've gotten to the point where I am safely secure within me. I don't need someone in my life to tell me how handsome I am, to tell me how good I am, to tell me anything about me. I am okay with me. I love me. I love me so much it should be against the law. Okay? But everybody's not like me. And that's another thing that makes us individuals, because no one person is exactly like the person before. We don't make carbon copies of ourselves and just say, have that one, I'm going over here. So there is a block between the real world and their world. There is a block. Just because they think things are a certain way, that has to be law. That is correct. They are right. They are always right and always will be right. No. You're right, sis. Self-love is first. And damn me, Okay, damn it all to hell and back. I love me so much. I have a picture. Well, it's a 4-part picture of me right there, right next to my flag. I mean, it's two different poses, but 4 sections of me. Tell me I'm lying, I'll show you. But you can't live in a world, and when you feel your comfort zone being invaded, when you feel any certain way, you can't say, oh, real world, no. You can't go, ooh, pause. You can't do that and say, okay, I'm in my world now. You just can't. You can have a fairy tale land in your head, but you probably shouldn't. You can have whatever your name might be land. You probably shouldn't. Because you live in a world where your rules are squat, except for inside your home. Now, I'll say this, and I'm going to offend somebody, which is not my goal, but you know how people are. They take something and twist it to make it fit their mind or their emotions, and then they want to go run off half-cocked like, well, he said this about me. I don't know you. So, if you are living somewhere with somebody, just because you're living there with that person, that does not make it your house. That does not make it your home. Unless there are 2 names on that good old lease. Pud, homie, sugar plum fairy face. You just a guest in that home. And I don't care if it's an apartment, if it's a studio, if it's a single family home, 2-family home, townhouse, or a fucking tree house in a damn tree. If it's not with both names, you're a guest. Know your place. Shut Z up. Yes, I said shut Z up. Like Medea said, hush. 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 Okay? But also, at the same time, you gotta watch who you let in your circle. You gotta watch who you let in your space. You gotta watch who you let in your home. You gotta watch these people. Because if you let any and all into you, and they are not the right person, you're going to end up a mess. Which leads me back to, yes, put the shut to the up. Which leads me back to what parents do will effect, let me be correct, will effect the offspring. And it may not affect the child or children when they're young, but it will stay with them all the way to their adult life. And what you did here is going to catch up with them and come out here. So that's, even though children don't come with instruction manuals and directions and books, if you have common sense, you will remember what was done when you were a child and how you don't want your child to grow up. Now, My sister will do anything for her children. And that is so respectful. I respect her so much for that. Because I know when kids get mouthy, all I say is beg pardon. What was that? And then we all know what takes place from there. Okay, moving on. So, you have to really watch what you say and what you do over your children. Because you might not see it affecting them right in that moment, but memories do stay. I remember things from my childhood that my mom does not remember. Okay? I remember that. And when I talk to my mom about it, she sits there like, I don't remember that. I know. I still remember phone numbers, addresses, things that took place in and out of the home. I remember this. And my mind is like a vault. Things just get put in certain files in the drawer, and then the drawer gets closed, and then it gets locked. But when that file gets too full, and it can't expand anymore because it's cramped in that drawer, it breaks the lock and pops out. That's what happens to an adult when their childhood life was fucked up. When you don't give a child the nurturing, the teaching that the child needs from day one, and you just want to sit here and do everything that you normally did, pass the kid off here, there, over here, the child is going to grow up remembering that. Especially when the child gets to school. And when the whole parent thing comes up, and the child has to say, I don't really spend that much time with my mom and I don't know my dad. You don't really spend that much time with your mom and you don't know your dad. Who is raising you? Your grandmother? Your grandfather? Aunt? Uncle? And that's what plays a big part. And I am not talking about mental situations. I'm not. Because that is it's really touchy for me. It's a subject where you are on such thin ice, it's like paper. If you do not give the needed attention to a child while the child is growing up, they're going to develop many insecurities, number one. Number two, in their adult life, they're not going to be all the way here. I know of one. And when we talk, we go down memory lane. And I'm just like, oh. Okay. So your mother was there, but your mother was too incapacitated to fully grasp that there was a child that was depending on her for everything. That's what people fail to understand. When there is someone counting on them, depending on them for their every need, their every want, their survival, you cannot be so incapacitated that your child doesn't even take a back seat. The child is back here in a whole different vehicle. But then when they succeed, you want to jump up and say, oh, that's my son. Oh, that's my daughter. I raised that child. Bitch, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. If they didn't have grandparents, but they were in the house with you, and they were able to run free and roam, the streets raised your child. So, a lot of things that go on will produce the jealousy, the envy, the insecurity, the weak, because they have to be built up starting as a child. But here's the thing, you can't give a child what you don't have. You can't pass on to a child strength, courage, common sense, love, anything else if you don't have it. You can't give that to a child when it's not within you. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. I know she did. Okay, so we double slapping people now? Okay. Yeah, my sister is just popping in and out, teleporting like Goku, pew. But also, when they reach their adult life, if all of that positive is not within them, they can't give that to someone else. What's not in here already, and they think they're know-it-alls, and they're always right, and they'll always be right. You can't expect to be loved because they don't have it within them to give to you. So instead of loving you, they may care. I mean, it's easy to care. I care about my phone. I care about my car. I care about my finances. I care about my money. My credit. I care about my TV. I care about my lugs. I have so many pairs of lugs. I love it. But, you're caring. You're not loving. There is a difference between care and love. You love and care about a dog, a cat, your pets. You love and care about your family. Or at least you're supposed to. I'm just saying. But if you don't have love within you, you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? That's what I'd like to know. You don't have the love within you. How do you expect to love somebody else? That other person may love you, but you say you love them, but you don't have it within you. You can't give what you don't have. For instance, I'm so glad you're here. For instance, it's like taking this empty Voss bottle, which I love Voss water. Oh my God, I love Voss water. Anyway, it's like taking this empty water bottle and saying, oh my God, I'm thirsty, I'm parched. You take the cap off, but there's nothing in it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You can't take what's not there. You can't consume what's not there. For a person trying to love without having love within them, you can't expect what's not there. So, before you intertwine yourself with someone, please make sure that you are here. Please make sure you have the common sense. Please make sure you have love. Please make sure you have strength. Please make sure you're not jealous. Please make sure you don't envy. Please make sure you're not weak. Please make sure that you are secure within who you are before you try to intertwine yourself with another person. Because if you don't, and you don't have all of that together, when you intertwine yourself with another person, the only thing you're going to be doing is faking the funk and trying to buy them. You cannot buy someone's love. You cannot make someone care about you. You cannot make someone love you. Hell, you can't even make somebody talk to you. Especially me. I can be sitting right in the same room with you, be sitting right next to you. I'm just not communicating with you. If I don't want to, if I'm in that type of mood, I'm not communicating with you. You could be sitting right next to me. Who? Okay. Just checking. And pretty soon I'm going to sound like a choked frog. So, be careful who you connect with. Be careful who you allow to connect with you. Because if somebody is lacking something and you have everything within you that they lack, they will keep pulling it out of you. They will latch onto you and pull it from you. They will drain you. They will annoy you. They will make you sick, not physically, but when I say make you sick, it'll make you not want to be around them. They will frustrate you. Oh my Lord. And I almost forgot one topic or one, oh my Lord. And I'm sorry, I got to go here. I got to go. I got to go here. Because I'm about to be, like bus drivers do, taking a bus back to the yard. I'm about to deadhead right to it. If you're having a conversation with somebody and you don't grasp the words that are coming out of their mouth, and every other word is, what does that mean? Or huh? Just stop. If you have to have every multi-syllable word broken down, and then the meaning of that word, explained and then broken down, stop calling yourself an adult. Just stop. Just say that you are an of-age adult physically, but you have the reading comprehension level of a third grader. Admit that. It's okay. Admit it. My reading comprehension level is up there. Okay? Because as a child, I was told to read. My grandmother, oh, I remember this. When I had homework to do, and I asked her the meaning of the word, she told me to go get a dictionary. She told me to go get a thesaurus. and look up the word and read the definition of the word to her. So my reading comprehension level is up there. The meanings of words are up there. I can read and understand what I'm reading. Now, my communication, on the other hand, is selective. Because if I don't want to communicate with you, I won't. But let me go back to the conversation. You can't have a conversation with somebody that's surpassing you mentally, educational wise. If your education stops at junior high, just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Act like you understand. Pretend like you understand. Because the more the person has to break it down and the more the person has to explain shit, the stupider you look. I'm just saying. Oh, damn. She done popped in shit. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be rude by no means. But you cannot have an argument using 3-letter words, 4-letter words. You have to come with the quickness. Okay? You have to come with bullets. You got to come with cannonballs. You got to come with swords, knives. You got to come packing punches. You can't just sit with these 3 or 4-letter words and expect to have this argument. And then when the argument gets to a point where your brain has a question mark and says does not compute, you stop. Just stop. Because you're putting yourself in a position. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But you're putting yourself in a position, sis. Why did you have to put that there? Why did you have to put that there? We here. Okay? We here. All right? But you can't have a debacle, a debate, a conversation. Me too. You can't have an argument because your vocabulary consists of huh, fuck, shit, damn, hell. I'm sorry, I had to reboot. My sister. Heaven help me. You can't. With somebody that has a vast vocabulary, you will never win. You will never get to the point of where you can match them word for word, blow for blow. Damn. I guess I got a fucking hole in my lip again. Shit. But the way you increase your vocabulary, your use of words, read. Pick up a book. My personal favorite, when you're trying to learn definitions of shit, a dictionary. My second favorite, a thesaurus. Because you will get the word broken down. You will get definition. Well, the book, the thesaurus we had back in the day, you get the word broken down, definition one, definition two, definition three, of an example of the word used in a sentence. I mean, I don't know if they have a thesaurus like that anymore because I'm able to communicate thoroughly and fully. But if you have to sit here and a word out and then you mispronounce it, or should I say, I'm sorry, pronounce it incorrectly, like my sister said, go sit in the corner, facing the corner, put your nose in the corner, because you don't need to be around or associate. And I need people that are jealous, insecure, so forth and so on, to stop going above and beyond your scope of support. In other words, your scope of sight. Because you're reaching, but at the same time you're lacking in here to give to this person. Like I said before, you can't give someone love if you don't have it within you. You can't share your knowledge because your knowledge is that of a tree stump. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but let's be real. I'm just being honest. You can't give what you don't have. If you're like this Voss bottle and someone is walking up to you and they're trying to have a conversation with you and it's an intellectual conversation and you have to look at them like this blank, empty bottle, good night. Go. Good night. You don't need to go beyond your scope of sight because you have this need, this want, this yearning deep within yourself to have someone in your life, and then try to have the balls to have a conversation with them and don't know half the shit they said. Because every other word is, huh? What? What does that mean? Huh? What? You may be adult physically. By law, you are an adult. Mentally, man, look, child. And you're an uneducated child. Because you were not nurtured. You were not made to read. You were not made to do anything except be outside playing with toys in the house and outside, running up the street with your friends, riding your bike if you had one, And then once you got into, your teenage years, you in the street. You just up and down in the street. But yet you don't have the book smarts to go beyond the tip of your nose. You can't hold an intellectual conversation because you have the vocabulary of paint. Okay? Of paint. And if you are well beyond your 20s, your early 20s, just go have a seat. Just like Kendrick Lamar said, sit down, be humble, okay? Sit down, slow down, just be humble. Stop doing so much of this and open these. I mean, hell, somebody, shit. Some people out there got satellite dishes and call them ears. But when they open that mouth, I'm going to be nice now. I'm going to behave. Okay? I really am. I'm going to behave. I'm going to be nice. Okay? Because, again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. I'm not trying to be rude, mean, disrespectful. I'm not. Because a lot of people can't help it. Because they didn't have a parent there worth shit. And I see that. I acknowledge that. But at the same time, you can't expect to be respected as an adult when you don't act like one. Okay? You can't. It's not going to happen. And that's what a lot of people don't grasp. You cannot be an adult and act and think like a child. It doesn't work. And I say that because I see it so much. And it's rampant. It's widespread. But yet, exactly, you have to make a decision to be better. That's it, that's all. But at the same time, if you're lacking, you think you're okay. You think you are perfectly fine. So, better? You would know better if it slapped you in the face. Because you have to have the brain power, the common sense. You have to have everything that you need up here to realize, oh shit, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. Oh shit, I'm dumb as hell. Oh fuck, I don't have the common sense God gave a duck. But until that is acknowledged and recognized, things that are shall remain. I'm just saying. Period. Unless you are smart enough and conscious enough of you to pay attention to other people and realize you don't belong in that group, what is shall remain. And on that note, I do apologize for your inconvenience. It is time for me to go. Okay? Again, thank you all so much for watching. It's been fun. Even though this was somewhat of a semi-serious live. I hope everybody had fun. I did. Hanging out with you all is great. It's very fun. Yes. So I'm gonna go, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Loyal to My Crown. Okay, it's a picture of my face. I let a lot of things out there as well. Sometimes it's an emotion I'm feeling. Sometimes it's I went blank. Sometimes it's inspirational. Sometimes it is just a thought. But that is me, loyal to my crown. You can always email the channel directly at zakarah@gmail.com. That is Z as in zebra, AKARAH@gmail.com. If you do email the channel, please put in a subject line so I will see it and you won't get deleted. Okay. But, again, once more, if you like this video, subscribe. Like, comment, share, and hit the little bell down there. So that way when I go live, you can be live with me. And I can see your comments everywhere. So I will be laughing and responding to your comments. But until next time, people, okay? Do enjoy your day. No mess, no BS, no drama. And don't let anybody take you out of your character. Okay? Always remember to have fun and take time for you. Okay? But until next time, my extended friends and family, have a great Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow.